Sanado hula hakuta hula hekuso hula hakunara amen. Hisa hula hekudu hula hakunaru hula hekuso hula gunarala. Shane from Hungary, or Shane of Hungary. Bride of Christ. Shane of Hungary. You get that, humans? That is the meaning of Bride of Christ. Shane of Hungary. Shane, bride of, yes, Hungary, Christ. Because to us, of means yes. You know? Redemptions, humans. Australian, where a friend of mine have found its pair. I become her mother, godmother. Live and you called live. And his little brother Noah, the Noah of the arks. The true Noah of the arks was Eve, sister. You know, mas? This is what you don't get, bride. You know? This is what you don't get. I'm the one you call spirits that can see my kinds. As throughout incarnations, you called unrest wanderers. Because you think you will go direct to heaven when you don't. You must. Australian is where I have shown to a friend when he was little. I was the big angel that he can still remember. He was sent to me through a friend. You know? He was sent to me through a friend. When this friend I have met through realms you call travels. This is what I traveled for. Saving, testing, and here. Do you think I talk shit like any of these females around? Don't treat me like any of them, because what I have posted in my records is all about God's. Don't judge the judge, because it's more than twice that will come back to you. False. As to that, I can get rid of you. As in not. You know, Yumas? Yumas, this friend of mine where I showed to him when he was young, it was the time when his mom was sick. I showed up to him that don't worry, he will get better. But as the time you met me, she will die as too for her to work. And the time I've been to abroad, you called Land of Smile is where the last time when I become Lille, where children was being killed and thrown into the fires, you called valleys of death in the lily lands. You know, there were those children floating on the lilies, water by the lilies they were. And that time, when I start traveling, he was there. He met a friend, which is they were in the beginning was. She was sent to find this. You think everything around you, humans, is just for nothing? It's all about with its meaning. You just don't get it. Just like this here. You believe that you are created in the image of God. What do you see in that? Father, Son, Spirit. How? Look at the image you call thumbnail. That's the image I'm talking about. Image is incarnations of you to become unrest wanderers. You know? Restless wanderers. Image is what you see, which you believe you were created. That is your image. You call pictures throughout incarnations. You called memories. I called sorrows and griefs, which is you called knowledge and wisdom. Ano mas? And look at the word through titles. What I put in my titles. That is my titles. As I am the Word. W-O-R-D. In the beginning, I was Word. You call Jesus. U-S. And this end, I am called. G-E-S-U-S. As I am now records, you called Akashic. You know, Yamans? One now. Which is I've reversed because in the beginning it should have been Christ. Because Magda or Aunt Magdana, she have names, humans. She have names as I've given name. You know, she is. You called her Magdala and ridiculed the woman who was passing of the thrones, meaning being Christians. Being Christians means sufferings. To redeem the childrens of one to the other. Catching the fires. You understand that, humans? Catching the fires. She becomes, you know? What do you mean? What do you ask about what is catching the fires means? Like this. Her son, Sin, S-I-N. She come to redeem. And she calls me to redeem her. And I, in this end, become as a symbol of her, passing of her son to me in this end, to redeem her generations, her bloodlines. Because they are bloodlines as they are full humans. Bloodlines. This is what Magda called me for. Manteia. I say Manteia because it is respect to humans. Because this is what I am in the beginning. Respect. I am. You called. Rest and peace. You know, humans? You are now. Humans, this friend of mine where I show as a big winged angel was still remember that I have showed to him, but he does not know who it was. He just know that I am the angel. That he says, I showed up to him. And I was very, 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 very beautiful. You know, humans? He calls me even into this end, in this form, beautiful. You know? He loves me even if he does not believe religions. That is what I look for, humans. That is what you should be. That is what I say. I search to the hearts. He loves me, though he does not believe religions. Though he's married to a girl who he was, which she called me friend, as she was Saint Therese. You know, humans? And now, they were living in Melbourne, which is in Australia. This S2 will be hate, meaning half. Judgment in there. But to this and his. As the time when his mom died, he was crying out to me. He called me. From the time his mom died, he called me. Right up. You know, this is what it is, humans. His love to me as his sister in this end is what in the beginning saves Noah and Eve. Their true children, humans. They are my ankh. You know? Humans. Australian is half-half. Half-half. As not all in there. As there's many in there called preachers. You know, humans? Preachers, they are preaching, which most are become slains. A living offering I become. You know? So Australia, this is where I have loved. And I was the loved. You get that, humans? This, why they are hate? Half of them played with me. while this man, the Shane of Hungary, or bride of Christ. S. Every time they come to where I am, it is I who they first wants to see. It is I who they first calls to. It is I who they wants to sleep with them. You know, mas? It is I who they always run to when they need a friend to talk to. You know, mas? We don't always talk to each other, as I am not into talking as I am this until I become. I'm talkative when I was little, but I stopped. I only talk with sense, never talk without none. You get that? This bride of Christ of mine, or you called Shane of Hungary, was a boy where I have showed to him that I will show up to you when I become. And remember, the time I'll give you your mom back, remember that the time I come. It will be the time that she will also be taken for her, for you to prepare the ways of what you become. And in this end, you must. He's the one who helped me when I got nothing to eat. The 500, he gave me 500 bill as to that time he feed me too and make me sleep in the room in the hotel with his wife and childrens. It is them that always calls me first. You know, mas? When they arrive at the place where I am. This is why you should not talk anything that you do not know, because what I speak is from I am heaven. What I speak is from the Father. They are saved. I am narahaw sa hugraholahe kusuno uda alahe kudunara. Isa do na Isus anito holahe kuduhla ikudunarhala. Sauro hanidi hola di cho alay kunana niana dunara. Ezra tribes tuhusa tagdana huna. It says later on, it means half because not many of them have found the Lord.